Today we're taking a look at the Google Home and Echo skills that I've constructed with a lot of help that allow me to talk to and control certain elements in the BMW i3. We also happen to be down at BMW Toronto, where they do have both a slow and a fast charger. Before we get started, I couldn't have done any of this without the API that Terence reverse engineered for his i3, as well as the help I received from computer science professor Stafford-Fraser of the University of Cambridge. He had already written a skill for his Amazon Echo on his side of the ocean, and he graciously provided the code for me to try to get working on this side. Unfortunately, I'm not a developer, and after toiling with it, I couldn't get the custom Python environment up and running on my web host, but I was able to look through the code and then convert it to something I do have a little bit of understanding with, which is PHP. And from that, I was able to get it working first with the Amazon Echo, and then later on with the Google Home. So right now I'm in the car and I'm using my phone as a mobile hotspot to tether and give both these devices internet access. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 9:59.
Alexa, what day is it?
Today is Tuesday, August 14th.
So on my GitHub, you'll find all the files for both the Home and the Echo. Unfortunately, you can't post private skills on the Home, so it'll always say that you're running a test skill, but on the Echo, everything will work normally. BMW does have an official Alexa skill, but it's only available in the US, and things like BMW Labs are not available in Canada. Fortunately, the API will work on from anywhere, as long as you can log in with your credentials and then send the commands back and forth. I have spoken to BMW Canada at the 2018 Canadian International Auto Show, and they do say that skills should be coming for both devices later this year or early next year. One thing to note with the BMW API is it can take anywhere from 5 to 20 seconds for a command to actually go through. First it needs to go to Google or Amazon, then to the web host, and then to BMW servers where it'll send a command to wake up the car, and then it retrieves the data and then sends it all back. Alexa, launch i3.
i3 awaiting your command.
What's the battery level?
The battery is at 83%. There is 96 kilometers of range, and it is currently not charging.
So here's the skill on the Google Home. Hey Google, talk to i3.
Sure, here's the test version of i3. Hi.
What's the battery level?
The battery is at 83%. There is 96 kilometers of range, and it is currently not charging.
And here it is running directly off my phone. Okay Google, talk to i3.
Alright, getting the test version of i3. Hi.
What's the battery level?
The battery is at 83%. There is 96 kilometers of range, and it is currently not charging.
Unfortunately, the spots in front of the chargers at BMW Toronto aren't marked off specifically for electric vehicles, so they're frequently blocked off by other vehicles. Once I get to another charger, I'll demonstrate the battery and charging information. Alexa, launch i3.
i3 awaiting your command.
What's the battery level?
The battery is at 61%. There is 58 kilometers of range, and it is currently not charging.
Okay, so I'm going to go outside and plug in the car. Hello, e-Golf. Quick note to BMW i3 owners, please don't let your caps dangle. They'll roll around, that might damage your paint. Cars have had places to put fuel caps for decades, so the AC cap goes on first, right there on the clip, and then the DC cap goes on top. Charger. And it's blue and charging. Taking a quick look at the charger itself, as well as the ammeter I installed. So it's pulling in 29 amps at 245 volts, give or take. Going back into the car. I am going to force a refresh of the data on the BMW servers and on the app. So Alexa, launch i3.
i3 awaiting your command.
Update the data.
Refreshing the data from BMW.
What's the battery level?
The battery is at 59% and is actively charging, which is estimated to be complete at 2:05 p.m.
There you go. Since it does share the same data, I can pull it up on the Google Home. I don't have to refresh. Hey Google, launch i3.
Okay, let's get the test version of i3.
Hi.
What's the battery level?
The battery is at 59% and is actively charging, which is estimated to be complete at 2:05 p.m.
Other commands that I've set up are similar to the mobile app. So for instance, Alexa, launch i3.
i3 awaiting your command.
Lock the doors.
Lock command successfully sent to the i3.
Again, just like the mobile app, it takes anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds because it has to go back and forth, and there's no confirmation. So be careful when using this command. Hey Google, talk to i3.
Alright, getting the test version of i3.
Hello.
Honk the horn.
Honk horn command successfully sent to the i3.
And again, it's going to take 10 to 20 seconds, but the horn will go off. So this could be useful if you're trying to find your car, if you lost it somewhere, or you don't have GPS turned on to locate it on the map. The last command is the light flashing command. Hey Google, talk to i3.
Okay, let's get the test version of i3.
Hello.
Flash the lights.
Light flash command successfully sent to the i3.
Moving to the front of the car, and we're just going to wait for the command to actually get to the car. And there it is. The headlights are on, so if it was dark, you'd be able to see them flashing. The vehicle status command can also give you the state of things like the doors, windows, locks, and trunk. Hey Google, talk to i3.
Alright, getting the test version of i3.
Hello.
Vehicle status.
Doors are unlocked.
This time the driver window is open. The passenger window is closed. The doors are unlocked. And the trunk is open. Hey Google, talk to i3.
Sure, here's the test version of i3.
Hello.
Vehicle status.
Driver window is open, trunk is open, and doors are unlocked.
So as you can see, the BMW API provides more data than is actually used by the mobile app itself. For this last command, I'm going to run it off the Google Home because it's similar to running it off my phone when I'm out and I want to precondition or start the air conditioning on the vehicle. So as you can see right now, nothing's on. I'm just going to lock. Hey Google, talk to i3.
Okay, let's get the test version of i3.
Hi.
Start the air conditioning.
Climate control has been activated.
It's going to take anywhere from, again, 10 to 20 or even 30 seconds to go over and back to the car. But in a few moments, we should hear the air conditioning start up. Once the air conditioner starts running, you can hear the compressor in the back, as well as the fan in the front. And of course all the cicadas in the background that have made filming this so difficult. Once charging is complete, the vehicle will update its status. As you can see from the light, it's green, so it's fully charged. And if we go to the skill, Alexa, launch i3.
i3 awaiting your command.
What's the battery level?
Charging is complete. There is 103 kilometers of range, and it is still plugged in.
So one of the things that the car does report is if it is still plugged in or it's been disconnected. Same thing on Google. Hey Google, talk to i3.
Alright, getting the test version of i3.
Hi.
What's the battery level?
Charging is complete. There is 103 kilometers of range, and it is still plugged in.
Now that you've seen the voice control in action, it's time to take a look at the code and how to get it working. For that, you're going to need two things. First up is a secure web host to host all your files. Next, you're going to follow the instructions on authorization to capture the key and the secret from the mobile app. You can do this on Android with Packet Capture or on the Mac with Charles. You're going to take that captured data and use a base64 encoder and encode it to get their proper value. Copy that value, and you can use a program such as Advanced REST Client to test it out. Make sure you're using the proper server for your region. There are 3 different API servers: China, US, Canada, and Europe and the rest of the world. It should generate an access token, which you can copy, put in your VIN, and you should be able to get data from your car. Once you've captured all the data and verified it works, you can replace the values in the code. So your email, password, this is why you want to host the data yourself, as well as the secret key. Taking a look at how I broke down the code, BMW API handles the authentication, token, JSON data retrieval, as well as outgoing remote functions like lock or climate. It's what talks to the BMW servers. When it receives an incoming request, it forwards it to Amazon or Google appropriately because they each have different interfaces. They in turn talk to text.php, which parses the command and then generates the common response, which is forwarded back to the respective services. By breaking it down into these 3 blocks based upon the code that Dr. Quinton Stafford-Fraser shared with me, I was subsequently able to add Google support just by creating the appropriate interface. Now we're going to take a look at setting up the Alexa skill or the Google Assistant skill, depending on which one you want. For Alexa, you're going to create your developer account on Amazon and set up your custom skill. Here it's listing all the intents. You don't have to enter them in manually. You can use the JSON editor to drag in the JSON file from my GitHub, which has all the intents I've already set up. Next, you're going to go to Endpoint and set up where the request is going to go. So this is your secure host and where you're hosting the PHP files. Once all that's done, make sure to use the test console to test everything out.
i3 awaiting your command. The battery is at 100%. There is 119 kilometers of range, and it is currently not charging.
For Google Assistant, you're going to go to api.ai and link your Dialogflow account to whatever your Google Assistant is linked to. So typically the account on your phone or the Google Assistant or Google Home. Again, here are all the intents. You don't have to enter them in manually. You can import them from a zip file. And next you're going to set up, again, the webhook and where the request is going to go. Once all that's done, make sure you test it out using the test console again.
Alright, getting the test version of i3.
Hello. The battery is at 100%, there is 119 kilometers of range, and it is currently not charging.
So that's how I created the voice control skills for both the Amazon Echo and the Google Home. Alexa, ask the i3 how many kilometers are on the odometer.
The odometer is at 47,800 kilometers.
Hey Google, Ask the i3 about its battery.
Okay, let's get the test version of i3.
The battery is at 100%, there is 119 kilometers of range, and it is currently not charging.
A few things that are in the pipeline are adding a link to Google Maps for the vehicle's location, as well as support for devices with screens like the Amazon Echo Show and Google Smart Displays. As always, make sure you read the description and GitHub, and if you'd like to support this channel, if you're looking for secure hosting, use my referral link. If you're looking for mats for your car, whether it's the e-Golf, i3, or the new Tesla Model 3, there's also a referral code down below to save $10. I was at TuxMat's GTA office a few weeks ago to test the upcoming i3 mats, and they're still making a few adjustments, but they should be out in a few weeks. If you have any questions about the i3, e-Golf, electric vehicles, charging, or other related things, be sure to leave them below and I'll try to get to them in an upcoming video. As always, thanks for watching and subscribing.